statute reasonable suspicion?
You are correct, Justice Periente. We would use the standard of reasonable.
Political in nature and okay?
Well, 2 points on that, Justice Lepar. First, yes,
Okay, so hello everyone. First of all, thank you for all of you that click this video, and maybe you guys already watched some clips before this. And we are from Group 1, IUP Class 2020, and we are going to talk about what is law. But before we discuss about this material, we are going to introduce our group members.
Hi everyone, my name is Athiya and Hendrarto, and I am the first speaker in this material. My student number is 110001201978.
Hello everyone, my name is Nadila Rahmadina Yulandri, and my student number is 11000120190169, and I'm the second speaker for this material.
Hello everyone, my name is Wijdan Bahy, and my student number is 11000120190996, and I'm the third speaker for this material.
Okay, so my name is Mochammad Arraihan. My IU number is 110-12-0-19-018, and I'm the moderator of this video, and I will moderate our discussion in this video. So on this video, we have four main discussion. The first one is definition of law, and will be explained by Athiya, Rahima, and Hendrarto. The second main discussion is about law as a social order, and will be explained by Nadila, Rahmadina. And the third main discussion is about classification of law, and will be explained by Wijdan, Naufal, Bahy. And the last main discussion is about the function of law, and will be explained by Wijdan, Naufal, Bahy too.
Now, what is the law, you might ask yourself? To explain exactly what is meant by the word law is quite difficult because there are various definitions out there. In general, the law is the rules that regulate the social relation and social behavior in society. Then, many legal scholars also gave their definition about what is law itself. Starting from Lawrence Friedman, who stated that the law is an everyday word, part of our basic vocabulary. It is, however, as slippery as glass, as elusive as a soap bubble. Law, like the legal system and legal process, is not a concrete object. It is a concept, an abstraction, and a social construct. Then we have John Austin, claimed that law might be defined without any reference to its content. According to him, law is simply the command of the sovereign, backed by appropriate sanctions. He defined that sovereign as the individual or body to whom the people have a habit of obedience. Austin also gave his definition. Law is a command from the sovereign person or body in the political society to a member or members of society. On the other hand, Max Weber suggests that law is an order characterized by legitimacy. He states that an order will be called law if it's externally guaranteed by the probability that coercion, physical or psychological, to bring out conformity or avenge of violation, will be applied by a staff of the people holding themselves especially ready for that purpose. He argues that law has three distinct features that distinguish it from customs and conventions. The three distinct features are: the pressures to comply with the law are external, the external pressures involve coercion or force, and those who implement the coercive threats are individuals whose official role are to enforce the law.
And the second one is law as social order or legal order. A legal order is an aggregate or a plurality of general and individual norms that govern human behavior, that prescribe, in other words, how one ought to behave. That behavior is prescribed in a norm or what amounts to the same thing. It's the content of a norm means that how one ought to behave in a certain way. The living together of human beings is characterized by setting up of institutions that regulate this living together. Such an institution is called an order. Quoted from the Pure of Theory of Law by Hans Kelsen, the living together as individuals in itself is a biological phenomenon, becomes a social phenomenon by the very act of being regulated. Society is ordered living together, or more accurately put, society is the ordering of the living together of individuals. The function of every social order is to bring about certain mutable behavior of individuals, to induce them to certain positive or negative behavior, certain action or abstention from action. To the individual order appears as a complex of rules that determine how the individual should conduct himself. These rules are called norms, taken from the law as Specific Social Technique 1941. So, we can say that the legal order is the rules made officially by the state's authorities, binding everyone, and their enforcement can be enforced by the state apparatus, so that the application of the rule of law can be maintained. Legal order proposes at the attitude of human birth or concrete actions. Doesn't matter one's inner attitude, the characteristic of legal order is to bind and force. Purposes of the legal order is to maintain public order, and the functions of legal order is to protect human interests or human communities, and the last is the sanctions of legal order is legal threat.
There are three characteristics of law. The first was able to change. That is, for laws to reflect community values, they must be able to change as community values change and develop. For a law to be effective, there has to be the possibility of amending the law, especially as new advances in industry and technology occur. And the second was content, command, and prohibition. Must be obeyed by all people. And then the third one is strict legal sanction to take action against anyone who is making violation. And then known the public. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. However, a law must be made known to the public to be effective. If the public don't know about the new law, they would not be able to follow it. And then acceptable in the community. In a democracy, laws should reflect community values. Thus, for a law to be effective, it must be acceptable to the community or the members of the state. And then there is able to enforce. Although some laws may be seen to be a good idea, if they cannot be enforced, then they will be inoperable. An effective law must be able to be enforced, and law enforcers must be able to catch those who break the law and bring them to justice. And then applied consistently. Consistency is a key factor in whether a law is effective. If laws are applied differently to different individuals, it would not be just, and the law would be unfair. This would make the law ineffective, as the community would not be able to rely upon the law being applied appropriately and function as intended. And there is a purpose of law. These are four principal purpose and function, namely establishing standard, maintaining order, resolving dispute, protecting liberties and rights. Then there is point of law's definition. First was norm as rule, second ruling human behavior, the third made by the human authority, the fourth was legally binding, and the last one was have a sanction. There are five functions of law. The first one was tool of social engineering, the second was tool for social justice, and the third was driving force development, the fourth was tool of criticism, and the fifth was tool of dispute settlement. Thank you.
So based on the all material that we already gave, we can conclude that the law is a set of rules of conduct and established by the government. For all members of society must be to obey and follow the rule of law. And in the law, there's a sanction if there is someone wants to break the rule of law. And the aim for the social order and for social justice. Then law also has the main points, characteristic, and function. What would society be like without the rule of law? You might need to provide your own protection because there would be no police, force, or army. So that's all from us. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you.